Okay.
Look, here's the deal. And I think that this is a piece that's forgotten. We both agree, right, that, and I think many people do, that the healthcare side is going to be more impacted, right? Remember, a year ago, less than a year ago, VA screaming, we're short $12 billion for our budget for healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, then they adjust it. We're still short $6 billion, and we need funding authorized by December of 2024. That never happened. So there's probably some discussions, I would think, out there going, hey, get your fucking budget straight. Excuse me, bleep that out, right? So get your budget straight. We're not going to just keep feeding you money, right? Figure out your situation. Now, we'll also throw this in there, before the $12 billion short was, we're fine. Everything looks great. We don't need a nickel. Then it was the 12 billion, then it was adjusted to the 6 billion. So I find it interesting that a massive cut of 80,000 people would probably be over 6 billion. So I don't know if this is partial to budget. Hey, look, your budget is out of whack. You need money. We're not doing it. You need to figure it out. Well, it looks like you need to cut 80,000 people, right? Okay. Well, with the considerations, and you brought up a good point about the community care aspect, and I want to make something very clear for folks, is that community care is already here, right? Yeah. It's already been, it's not like this is a new thing. It's already here. It's been here for many years. It actually started with Obama as kind of a Band-Aid fix for long wait times. Then when Trump came in the first time, it was really kind of codified, right? And just really put into place. Then it started off fine with Biden until toward the end. And look, I can't even say the VA secretary gets to make some damn decisions. I think it was the VA secretary and his team that decided that, you know what, we need to preserve the VA. We need to make sure that we are getting people through the doors. We need our veterans coming to us so we, the VA, can preserve our budget. So this is where we're getting this veteran first versus VA first kind of mindset, right? And nobody does a good job about explaining why they're saying the things that they're saying and kind of connecting the dots for people. So an example of the VA first mentality, and I get it. Look, if I was there, it would be hard for me not to think that way, because I need to preserve what I got. I need to keep all my people employed. I need to keep getting money through the door. I need to keep our budget healthy. And so I get this mindset. But an example here is, I qualify for community care. How do I qualify? There's a bunch of different ways, but here's one. Let's just say that the average drive time to my appointment was going to be 45 minutes. That's outside of the acceptable time frame for community care standards. Or let's say it was 30 days to my appointment for a regular primary care appointment. It was 30 days to my appointment. That is a qualifier for community care. So now they tell me this, and I go, you know what? Hey, I would like to go community care. But the VA comes back with you and goes, oh, you know what? It looks like we have a telehealth appointment for you actually next week. Oh, but I don't want a telehealth. Well, I'm sorry, you got to do the telehealth. You're not qualified for community care because we're offering you a telehealth appointment you don't have to drive anywhere, and it's within 20 days. So now you don't qualify for community care. So they were using telehealth as a way to basically roadblock veterans from accessing in-person real care. Now, that's an example of how they've kind of were VA first. You're trying to preserve your budget. You need people coming to you. You need to get your employees working. Maybe they're firing 80,000 telehealth people. I don't know, right? I don't know what the numbers are, but I agree with you, Clay, that it would be nice to know one or the other. Tell me all the positions that won't ever get fired from this type of stuff. doctors, nurses, right? Or these are the people that can get fired, right? It would be nice to get either one of those lists so we could, really understand what sort of impacts will be coming. Sure, we keep hearing from the VA secretary that, like you said, triple, quadruple down on, benefits won't be impacted, healthcare won't be impacted. Okay, I think back to your point, and I'm going to kick it back to you because it's been so long since we've talked. I feel that I'm just like, So I think in that, here's the thing about politicians is they're able to say something that is totally, and sometimes they don't, but they're able to say something that's truthful, but we're taking it one way intentionally versus the reality. So when he says healthcare will not be impacted for veterans, what he means is you're going to be able to go get community care if you can't get your appointment in your facility. Now, I'll tell you that if I was the new VA secretary, I would be looking at all of my facilities and usage rates and all that type of stuff and trying to figure it all out because, look, some areas are going to have more community care options because maybe it's short-staffed. They can't find doctors because they don't pay them enough. This was a problem a long time ago. Mm-hmm. This isn't a new problem. This is, look, the government doesn't pay the highest for everything, right? So, you're going to go work for the government as a doctor when you can go down the street and make, I don't know, $100,000 more a year, or go start your own practice. So it's hard to fill these positions. And a consequence to that is longer wait times to get the appointment, which then opens up the door to community care. So you need to build those community care relationships. I think that there's so much going on, Clay. Mm-hmm. There's just so many moving pieces. What I'm really interested in is the conversations 2 years from now when the dust has settled and really kind of seeing where we're at. Back to you, your thoughts.
Yeah, my thoughts on that. I pretty much just have one last round for the firing of employees, and that comes back to budget. And it's not just the employees, but it's the DOGE contracts. There was a contract I posted on a YouTube post yesterday. It was a plant watering contract for the VA for like a 50-something thousand. And I was like, dang, dude, I need to go in the plant watering business. But so it's not just employees, but it's contracts. And it's all about save the budget, save the budget, save the budget. What I would like to see is, okay, what does that mean? Does that mean that the VA's FY26 budget is going to be lower than $356 billion, which is there's 356 or 369? I've seen both numbers for 2025. Okay. Does that mean it's going to be lower? Does that mean it's going to remain the same? Or that means it's going to be higher? And if it's lower, then that means that services that were provided, whether it's employment or contracts, are just no longer being funded anymore. And then the government retains, Congress is saying, okay, give me. Okay, that would be saving the budget. Is it going to be more than the budget where the VA still has the same pile of cash or more pile of cash, but now they're allocating more to community care, or they're allocating more to hiring VSRs, okay, or other critical positions? What does that mean? That's my question, right? Because if we keep seeing the VA's budget increase, I saw a chart the other day, and I wish I would have pulled it up for this video. It was the VA's budget from 2017 to 18, 19, 20, all the way to right now. And it's doubled, okay? The last 6, 7-ish years, it's doubled. That's not sustainable. The VA is not going to make it too much longer if it keeps increasing. And so I would love to see all these DOGE cuts and then the budget for next FY 2026 and what that actually looks like, not just with the VA, but across agencies. Are they requesting a lower budget or a higher budget? I got a hunch it's going to be a higher budget, which then leads me to believe, what did the cuts do? Why are we cutting things if we're asking for more money? That's kind of like the looming thoughts I have in my head there.